Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how the Oracle works. To access it, you click on this icon right here at the top and this opens the Oracle window. What the Oracle is a prompt generator that helps you find things to do in your adventure and stories, and it works with 4 contexts. Well, the first one is dungeon, the second one is hamlet or settlements, and then you have city oracles, and finally events that happen on the road or while you travel. Let's look at each one in detail. The first we're going to look at is settlements, and each oracle has different sections right here, and the first one is for the map and a small description. For example, this one, which is completely random, is called Axmount, and is a trade settlement ruled by a famed despot. They are troubled by a power struggle. You can change this by clicking here on reroll, and it will generate a new settlement with a new map and a new description. And on here you can click on the NPC button, and you have a random NPC with a small story and also something that he wants from you. For example, this one is Ripen is an expert woodcutter motivated by curiosity. He seeks to learn how to fight, and he wants you to gather materials in the wilderness. And now we have some quest starters that you can use in hamlet or settlement, and these are also random. If you reroll, they change. And finally we have what I call prompts, which are essentially tables that you can roll on, and also a yes or no oracle. And these tables are the action and theme table, as well as locations and locations outside the settlement. The action and theme are suited for settlement. For example, you have find, creature, or guard, bandits, or whatever, wealth, food, whatever. These are words that have something to do with settlements, and the same goes for locations and nearby locations. For example, things that you would find outside the settlement itself. The city oracles are very similar. You also have maps, and if you click here you can add it to the main map. Let's try that. You select an icon. Let's pick this one for a city, and you put it on the main map. When you click, the description that you get from the oracle is also here for this location, and you can enter it, and you can see the map right here. Let's close this for a minute. And this map works the same as any other map. You can add your avatar, and you can add foes, and you can play around with this. You can move your character, and that's the way it works. Let's go back to the world map, and let's open the oracle again. For cities, it has the same sections as for settlements. You have the character generator, you have the quest starters, and you have prompts. Again, these tables are flavor for a city. For example, in place you have citadel, an arcanist store, city gate. Same for actions and themes. And for the roads, what this is it gives you an image that you can interpret. For example, in this one, it looks like some sort of ambush, and the idea is that you look at this image and you come up with something on your own. And again, there are a lot of them, and each time you reroll, it changes, and you can interpret however you want. It also has the NPC generator, and the description and the prompt that appears right here is flavored for events that happen on the road. And you have quest starters that are also flavored for events that can happen while you travel. So for example, they want you to recover items taken by brigands on the road. You also have your tables right here. And finally, we're going to take a look at the dungeon oracle, and this one is different. When you roll, you get an image for the dungeon and a small description. When you add to map, you add the same image that's here. That's going to be your map icon, and when you enter, you first have the outside view of the dungeon, and then you go inside, and each time that the Oracle generates a dungeon, it picks a random map. Now let's try a different dungeon so you can see how it works. Let's reroll. Let's reroll again because it used the same image. And now we have this, a ruined tomb. Again, we add to map. And we go inside. And on this you can also add your avatar. And you can also add foes right here at the entrance of the dungeon. Let's add one right here. So it's an excellent way to craft your story and your narrative. And you can fight the foe right here and at the entrance, and then you go inside. And then you go inside, and it has a different map for this dungeon as well. Another thing that the Dungeon Oracle has is right here on prompts. It gives you a random item or a random object inside the dungeon, a random feature, sorry, inside the dungeon that you can add. And this could be something that tells you what's the theme of the dungeon or the purpose of the dungeon perhaps. And that's how the Oracle works. It's a very easy way to generate stories and ideas to help you play and explore the world. Thank you. And if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel.